The setup is complete. The lights in the background, the light in front. I hope you guys absolutely love this. I think it looks absolutely amazing. How's it been going in the season since you guys were last here? We've been on some fairly decent form. We've got a lot to get into. Today, we face Liverpool in the Papa John's semi-final. Can we go back-to-back? And we'll also be playing against Fleetwood and then also be the youth intake today as well. However long that takes, that will be in today's episode. There's a hell of a lot to get into. What is going on there, guys? Kempy here, and welcome back today to another episode of the Wrexham Save. Today is episode 9 of season 4 and possibly the penultimate episode. Things have been going well on the pitch, but I'm very wary of the position we are in as a club. We are sitting in 7th place. We are still 3 points behind the playoffs, and we played a game extra. I've played quite a few games recently just to try and boost myself up into a point where we can get to this youth intake. And then, I have a feeling that we're going to still miss out on the playoffs. So, especially with how the form has been, we lost 3-1 to Cambridge the game after you guys went Mateus Click with a 14th minute sending off, which was rather frustrating. But Sebastian Neves scored in that game. The next game was a 2-1 win against Port Vale away from home. Port Vale, I think, were bottom of the league, so it was a close one against bottom of the league, which is quite frustrating. But we did win that, and it was Sebastian Neves again and Charlie Lingard scoring. A 1-1 draw with Wigan, who were 3rd in the league, so that was a great result, and they scored in the 90th minute as well. So a bit of a gutting one. We could definitely be a step closer to the playoffs if we won that one. A 4-1 convincing win away against AFC Wimbledon. Eduardo Bove scored in this one. Sebastian Neves scored again. Charlie Lingard scored and Deschamps Bernard scored before we got battered 3-0 by Huddersfield. Matthew Hopp got 2 and Patrick Jones got 1 in this game, and a 1-0 win against Wickham. That was a good result and a goal scored by Mipo Odobueko. Jack McKenzie picking up a little knock in that one as well. Top of the league, Bristol Rovers come to the racecourse, and we did win this one 3-2, and it was actually quite a good game. 1-0 up, Reece Williams. They scored 2 and were 2-1 up, and we come back and won in the 89th minute with a Charlie Lingard goal. And we then went and beat Hull away from home 5-0. They did have a red card, which slightly skew whiffs the result, but a Reece Williams goal again. Sebastian Neves getting 2 in this game, Lingard getting 1, and Josh Nerfville also scoring. Sebastian Neves, if you cannot tell, I have been very impressed with. 7 starts in the league, 5 goals, 4 assists. He has been brilliant, and honestly, much better than I expected him to be. Charlie Lingard has carried on that very good form, and Paul Mullin has got 2 to 6 weeks left, so he might just come back for the end of the season, but I am not hopeful. The boys have played a lot of football recently, and today we've got Liverpool under 21s. It's going to be a very good game, and I think a very fun game for you guys to watch. And we wanted to bring you guys back for this because I think the youth intake is going to come very, very soon. Obviously, as every single March it comes through, it is set to be an excellent intake, 4.5 stars. I am hopeful we can get another few big names in. And then if we look at the... has anyone else had theirs through yet? Where do I go for that? I think it's here, transfers. If you ever want to see this in your own, go to youth intake. So no one's had theirs through yet, so it'll be within the next couple of weeks. There is going to be thousands of new regens put into the game for us to scroll through and see if anyone can join us. But yeah, today is going to be a nice little double header, Liverpool and Fleetwood, and then if it's not before the Fleetwood game, I will just play the other games off camera until we get to the point when we have that youth intake as well. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's play against Liverpool. I just want to say a massive, massive thank you as well. All of this setup, jazz and everything is to try and improve the quality on the channel. I'm aware it makes me look a bit clearer, which normally isn't a good thing, but we're now running at 60 FPS on the camera. We have a ring light, we have lights behind us, and all of it is the production, so hopefully you guys can enjoy the videos a little bit more. If you do like them, let me know in the comments, and a subscription is always appreciated. It's free, just click the button down below and it massively helps me out, so thank you so much, guys. Nearly at that 350 subscriber target now. With this being a Papa John's game, it is a very rotated team today. 10 changes actually. Ben Wilson gets the start. Ferguson at right back, Welsh, Andy Yappan and Milner as the back four. His first ever start for us because he picked up an injury as soon as he got here is Memorial Benicia. Mateus Click and Take Boot start in midfield. Jordan Davies at left mid. Mipo Bueko and Bradley Barcola are going to start up front. In terms of the loan signings, Barcola has not much game time. Benicia has not had much game time. Eduardo Bove has been fantastic. 7 games, 1 goal, 6.84. And then any other signings, I don't think we did make. Reece Williams, obviously in January, he scored back-to-back games, I think, before this. So he's doing very well. And yeah, just be waiting on big Theo Zidane to come in as well at the end of this season. That'll be very exciting because I think he is going to be a real catalyst for our midfield. I think he's going to be a very good replacement for Joe Bellingham when he does return to Olympique Lyon. Today, I would like a win. I'm not fussed massively if we don't. It is obviously only the Papa John's Trophy. We won it last year, so it's not something we need to tick off. It looks like we're in a training complex. I believe it is Liverpool's first team training complex, so it really is a very small venue. So yeah, just a little fun game today. The Liverpool team, don't think there'll be many players we know. There's certainly no one called Moreno who plays for Liverpool with a mohawk that I know of, but that is a pretty cool in-game haircut. Here goes Bradley Barcola. Can he get a goal? He can't, just slips the ball wide of the mark. It looks like there is literally a stand at each end, and it's the other sides. There's a massive building underneath where I am, and then there's the gaffers the other side as well. So bit of an odd stadium here for the Liverpool training ground, but it is what it is. We'll make do with it. Hopefully we can just play this like a training ground and beat them nice and easy. I think we are the slight favourites for this. I think whenever you play an under-21 side, you are always slight favourites. So yeah, hopefully we can get through this one and get another final at Wembley under our belts. It would be good to get a nice little winning streak going at Wembley. Or we obviously 1 for 2 currently. There was the first season we lost in the FA Trophy. We won the Papa John's Cup last year. It'll be good to win it again this year, but it's not my main priority. Main priority is certainly the league and getting into that playoff space. I think we're going to have to win every single game, as since the intro and this, the teams in the playoffs have played their games and they did a win again. So we are now 6 points outside the playoffs with 7 games to go. So it's becoming quite a difficult run-in for us indeed. It's not as easy as I maybe hoped. We are on quite good form, but it seems like everyone else is as well. And I think that awful start to the season could pay and, really be a killer for us in terms of this season. It could be a 3rd season in League One for us, which would be really frustrating, but it does mean that I'm probably going to try and smash it out in just a few, probably 4, 5, 6 episodes. Go through it nice and quick because we don't want to stagnate too much. My goal was, I think, by March to have had this season and this whole series done and have won the Champions League with the mighty Wrexham. We are currently 1-0 down. A Liverpool under-21s player did score. I didn't see who it was. I wasn't paying that much attention. Who was it? I think it was this guy, Urachochia. I remember seeing the name come up. Let's make a few changes. I don't really want to bring on anyone too important. Maybe we'll bring on Adrian Blake because he can do some bits. And yeah, we'll get Sebastian Neves on as well because he loves scoring a goal. And I think he'd like to show you that today. Let's just go a little bit more attacking and demand more as well. I'm not too fussed if we do not win this game. Like I said, if anything, it probably clears up a bit more room in the calendar and we can really, really concentrate on the league. That being said, I'm not going to be unhappy if we do lose as well. It is Bajcetic, who I believe is the player that scored for Liverpool in real life the other day. Looks like a very promising, good young player. So interesting that he is playing down in the under-21 still in 2025. Some good press there from Sebastian Neves. Does force an error and Mipo does get the ball, finds Neves in behind and he just misses wide off the mark in the 92nd minute. That looks like our last highlight of the game. Nearly drawing level when we're taking that one to penalties. I tell the boys we're not happy, but like I said, I'm not massively fussed. It's more here for the youth intake today, and then maybe we're going to fly to the end. Well, regardless, I think it will be the end of the season the next time you guys come back. Whether that is the last game and we are securing a playoff space, or if it is the last couple of games and we are simply just seeing out the season and finishing it off. But yeah, I am excited. I think this weekend is going to be a double upload on both days, Bonanza. So if you guys are excited, make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay tuned. And as always, like the video. It helps me out so much. Let's get forward into this Fleetwood game, a game that is much more important. Fleetwood are sitting in 21st in the league, so this has to be a convincing win if we want a chance of getting into them playoff places. And here we have it today, a fully fit and rested 11, which is good to see. It is Wilson in goal, Adam Devine, Reece Williams, Deshaun Bernard, Jack McKenzie, Josh Nurfield, Eduardo Bove, Joe Bellingham, Adrian Blake, Sebastian Neves and Charlie Lingard get the start up front. This is a game we have to win. We will be keeping a keen eye out on how the other games are going. Obviously sticking it in our 4-4-2 position. Let's have a look at the games. Oxford are today away to Wickham, who are mid-table. Who we're looking at. Luton are at home to Derby. Derby are in 10th, so that might be an upset. Wigan are at home to Cambridge. I don't think they're doing very well, down in 17th. So I think Wigan will get a vin. Charlton home to Port Vale, we know are not doing very well in the slightest. Huddersfield away at Exeter, another team I cannot see and are not doing very well at all. And Bristol Rovers are at home to the Posh, who are mid-table. So not many chances of a slip up here. So it is a must-win game. It makes it even more important that we do come away with this one with a win. It is Joe Bellingham with a corner, whips it in to the big man, Reece Williams. That is exactly where we signed him, but he's meant to be putting them in the back of the net. So just over the bar there from Reece Williams, but a good effort nonetheless. Results-wise, nothing quite has gone on as of yet. I am keeping an eagle eye on how this table moves around. Huddersfield have got a lead against Exeter, which is rather, to be fair, probably a little bit out of our reach. They are a very good side as well. They beat us 3-0. So if they could not be in the playoffs, gives us maybe a bit of a better chance, because they did absolutely batter us. Eduardo Bove finding Josh Nurfield. Bove on the ball again, keeping the ball nicely. He's added a slight air of calmness into this midfield. Him and Job are just two very, very good midfielders. Bove finding Nurfield. Can he find Devine on the overlap? He tries to go for a very odd cross. Comes back to him, finds Neves, and Neves is brought down for a penalty. And it's going to be Joe Bellingham stepping up for this one. Poor little Neves has taken a penalty for us before. He did, in fact, miss it. Job has taken one since and scored it, and he's snuck that one just in past Bentley. The keeper did get a hand on it, but Job just powerful enough, sneaking through the palms of Bentley and giving us that 1-0 lead. 4 points off top spot then. So I think Bristol Rovers and Charlton are also both winning, because Huddersfield have now backdropped into the playoff positions. But yeah, you can see every single time we do get the ball, it is nice, calm, build-up play. Like I said, I think the midfield two of Bove and Bellingham have really brought that quality into the midfield. Bellingham for great over-the-top ball. We've seen that many times. And Charlie Lingard going for a karate kick, 30-yard screamer, just saved by the keeper, Bentley. That would have been quite some finish if he pulled that off. Bellingham with the ball back in the box. Nothing coming of that one. It is going to be a Fleetwood counter-attack. It is McLaughlin. Is it going to be one of them nothing highlights? I think it might be. It is indeed. Huddersfield actually conceded to Exeter, hence that result going back the way it was. I think I saw there that Bristol Rovers are now winning as well against Peterborough. Oxford, how are they doing? I think they're losing, Oxford. That would be very, very good. They are losing. They're losing to Wickham. There is a tiniest little sight of playoff air. So hopefully that can be our spot. 3 points is easy to make up in 6 games if we can stay on this form. And Wickham are 3-0 up now. Derby are also beating Luton. So that is another upset which could help us massively. Huddersfield are beating Exeter. How are Charlton getting on? They are winning. Bristol Rovers are winning. How are Wigan getting on as well? Drawing 0-0 to Cambridge. So things may be slightly going our way. 75th minute here. We'll bring on Jordan Davies. And we'll also bring on, Job's a bit tired. We'll get on Tayshaun Oakley boot. He has been quite good recently coming off the bench. Job and Deshaun Bernard have really struggled with fitness recently. Reece Williams scoring back-to-back games. Them corners are going to be disgusting if we have him for a full season and he knows exactly where to run and where to head a ball. That is 2-0 and that gives us a very good result here today. If we can keep things the way they are looking and results stay the same elsewhere, we look very, very good for a chance of sneaking into the playoffs. And like I say, if Huddersfield can stay well out of our way, I think we could have a decent effort. Because even Bristol Rovers, we did end up beating last time out. We played them. Oakley boot, finding Jordan Davies, finding Charlie Lingard. Does find Sebastian Neves, who goes for an effort from range. And a great save there from Bentley, keeping the result at 2-0. Very dry mouth here today. We are full of cheese. We are full of everything. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if the camera's putting on a few Christmas pounds. But I definitely have, because there has been lots of cheese, lots of chocolate eaten. I hope you guys have had a very good couple of days as well. It is sort of Crimbo Limbo week this week. It's in the middle of Christmas and New Year's. No one really knows what to do. It is just relax, drink some alcohol, have a lot of chocolate and cheese. So favourite couple of days, really. I absolutely love them. But here we are playing FM because I absolutely love this even more. Eduardo Bova, great ball there through to Josh Nerfield. Great cross in to Charlie Lingard. And that puts the rubber stamp on the result. 3-0 and a very convincing win here for us at Wrexham. Well done from Sebastian Neves. I was worried about his teamwork and his work rate before we signed him, but crikey does he love to get the ball back for us. He does get that one back nice and easy. As that pressing forward, he has done rather well recently. We're not going to make any changes. We're going to keep it as is. A 3-0 win is very good for us. Wycombe are still 3-0 up against Oxford as well, and Reece Williams wants another one, just wants a second goal in a game, and 4 in 3 as a centre-back. He just loves that big head. As soon as we saw that ridiculous jump and reach, that crazy height and his heading, we knew that was a too good of an offer to turn down. So Reece Williams proving why he was such a good signing. Results, I think, went quite well for us. I'm going to have a quick look now with you guys. I think we are 3 points outside the playoffs, with Oxford the team to catch up on, which means you guys will come back for the last 2 games of the season. It's either going to be playoffs again or it's going to be finishing just outside. I highly doubt we're going to make up the gap to Huddersfield and Bristol Rovers. But yep, results going our way that time. Bristol Rovers did beat Peterborough 3-1. Charlton with a win as well. But the results we're looking at here are the Wycombe beating Oxford 3-0. Luton losing to Derby. And Wigan, how did they get on? They drew 0-0 to Cambridge as well. So a few teams dropping points, with 3 behind Oxford, 5 behind Luton and 6 behind Wigan, with a possible 18 points up for grabs. It looks like United have lost the Carabao Cup final to Man City, which is a little bit heartbreaking. I'm going to go forward now, play probably this Lincoln game, and hopefully the youth intake will be after that. There will be a chance, if there's any absolute stars, for a name in the game again. So if you are interested in that, keep watching till the end. You could get probably the best youth intake player, because not many people will be watching up until this point. So keep your eyes peeled and stay tuned. Hopefully back in just a minute. Well, it seems my head of youth development is absolutely crap. He's lied to me. It's an average intake. There is no one here that is ever going to do anything. Ryan Hughes is our best, and he is a very bad left back. What a waste of time that was. Thank you guys for watching as always. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, because it is going to be the end of the season tomorrow. You do not want to miss out on that, and probably double upload bonanza the whole time this weekend. So thank you for watching. Keep your eyes peeled for the videos on the channel, and I'll speak to you next time.